Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 23rd. This week you have this I card. It says envy and protection. You also have this inheritance and mail card. So some of you, a lot of protection. I will just say that, a lot of people have had these protection cards this week. I don't know what that's about. People could just be feeling protected. It doesn't seem like a bad thing. I think that people maybe are just protected, or people might be focusing on protecting themselves as well. Which definitely could be the case for you. But, it is a good thing. This old man card, it says inheritance and mail on it. I kind of feel like this could be like advice or something you learn from a person. It doesn't have to be a man. I think that there could just be like an older person that has good advice for you, or, has information that could help you like in your career or your business, or, whatever it is. So, that's what I'll say there. You have the Star, the Page of Swords, and the Chariot. The Star can represent like a wish or something that you are hoping for. And with the Page of Swords there, I think you need to it's almost like you need to explore a wish, you need to kind of like learn about something, or you need to dig in deeper to this Star card, because the Page of Swords is like a detective and the Page of Swords is curious. So the Page of Swords is about digging into your curiosity or learning about things that you are curious about. And the Star is obviously like this big ass star that shows up on the card. And so with the Star card, we have to like move towards the star. The star is our North Star. It is our guiding light. So I feel for a lot of you that you're being pulled towards something. And with the Page of Swords, I would like learn as much as you possibly can. It could be like a goal, wish, or dream, or something like that. Like I said, with the Page of Swords, I would be like a detective. The Page of Swords to me represents, really kind of digging into things. He just follows his curiosity. So if something interests him, he learns about it. He digs into it. He finds out more about it, or whatever the case may be. So, again, I think learning about things or educating yourself would be a really good idea with this Page of Swords energy. You have the Chariot. The Chariot can be a victory or big win coming in for you. So I feel for a lot of you that the Chariot could say that you are having a big win, or you're about to have a big win, which is really good. I think you're taking control of your life more now, Capricorn. Again, with Pluto having left your sign, I think that's the biggest thing that you're dealing with right now, and it's a good thing. So you might just feel more in control. I think you're ready to like explore and get out into the world and do new things. So I feel more of that like exploration energy here. He's leaving behind the city that he comes from, and he's leaving it behind. So a lot of you, it's like your world is changing, probably because you're entering into a new world, is what the Chariot would say. So, again, I see this as a good thing for you here, Capricorn, and I think it'll make you very happy. So let's see. With the Star, you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, and like I said, I think a lot of you could just be feeling better with Pluto not in your sign, or you could be feeling, more that like you can be more successful, or like you can have the things that you want in life. So, again, the Ten of Cups is definitely a good thing. I think there's good energy coming in for you there. With the Page of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. So I think a lot of you could be or have carried a heavy burden in your life, and now you are kind of like putting down that burden. The Ten of Wands would also say you're very close to your goal. He's about to reach his home in the background here. And those 10 wands are wands that he planted. He wanted to have this harvest, so he put the work in to have a harvest. I kind of feel like saying it all, like you're seeing that it's all worth it. So you could finally be understanding that, all the burdens that you have been carrying, or, all the things that you have been through are adding up to something that's definitely much more worth it in your life. And again, this pretty much comes up for you in all your readings, that you're very close to a goal, or you're close to accomplishing something. And so obviously that is good. With the Chariot, you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, don't give up, for sure. I get comments every time that people are like, you say this every time that we're very close to achieving our goal, but I haven't done anything. I'm like, well, yeah, first off, look at your words. You just said that you haven't done anything, so change your words. Number two, things don't happen overnight. It's like, we have to keep putting in the work. And a reading can say that you can be close to your goal for 3 freaking years. You can be close to your goal for 10 years. It just depends on like where you're at in the journey. But it could be 10 years away, but you could be closer than you have been your whole entire life. So again, number one, Tarot can't make anything happen for you. Number 2, don't give up. And number 3, I think you're much closer than 10 years. You know, this isn't something that's going to take forever for you to accomplish, but you definitely can't give up. The Chariot is about like really taking control of those reins and making something happen. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Shadow Work card and this Embrace Uncertainty card. You also have the Two of Swords in this row, and the Two of Swords is all about embracing the unknown or embracing uncertainty. So we're definitely going to talk about that. I think you have done a lot of personal work, like shadow work on yourself, and I kind of feel this is almost saying like you are ready for a journey because you have done enough work on yourself to be ready. You have the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. I always say, like, personally, I like the Seven of Cups, but the one thing I don't like about the Seven of Cups is that he is dreaming about something that he wants, but there are good things and bad things in these cups. So it's like whenever we go to accomplish a goal, I think all of us, it's like we think of the good stuff and the bad stuff that could happen if we don't accomplish it. We could think of the good things if we do accomplish it. But the Seven of Cups says you need to stop thinking and you just need to do it, because he's standing here and he's like, oh, this could happen, that could happen, but he's not bringing the dream down to earth. So he isn't making anything happen, and he needs to. He needs to find out what will happen if he brings something down to earth. The good news is that in this direction we go down to the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is coming up in the good stuff, and the King of Pentacles in the good stuff can represent establishment, or it can say that you are establishing something in reality. So again, I do feel pretty good that you could be taking a dream here with the Star as well, something that you're imagining having in your life, and you actually are bringing it into reality. You have the Five of Pentacles, probably Pluto in your sign. You don't have Pluto in your sign anymore, but, again, you could be having a little bit of a hangover from that Pluto and Capricorn energy for 20 years of your life, basically. And the Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. But I feel like the Five of Pentacles is saying that you could be acting as if things are going to go the same way they did during Pluto and Capricorn. So I think you need to get out of your head a little bit here with the Five of Pentacles. I think you need to realize that things are not always going to be the same, and things are not the same, and you can have different outcomes than you've experienced so far. And so with the Five of Pentacles, we have to make sure that we're not calling attention to our weaknesses. We need to double down on our strengths, and that's exactly what you should do with the Five of Pentacles. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is stepping into, embracing uncertainty, basically. She is sitting here, and again, she is thinking this or that. She has two options in her head of how something is going to turn out, but she is actually completely wrong. How something is going to turn out is over here on this island. So again, sometimes with the Seven of Cups, I think we can build this story of how something is going to go for us, but really it's probably going to turn out some way we have no clue. So, the Two of Swords just says, instead of she's trying to protect herself, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with trying to protect yourself. But instead of trying to protect herself, she could put those swords down. She could take her blindfold off, and she would actually gain clarity on the situation. So I think it's time for you to gain clarity on something you want. Can't make this up. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Two of Swords. So basically exactly what I said. The Two of Swords is this or that thinking, but really there's kind of a third option behind her, a totally different way that something could turn out. And so I think you just need to kind of open up to other ways of doing things, or, open up to other ways that things could be successful in your life, and that will probably be for the best. This is crazy. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. So a bunch of repeating cards kind of represents, basically it's the universe saying I meant what I said. It's the universe giving confirmation for the message. It's funny because I just did a live with Devin Dewar on her channel, and I was saying that recently Cancer and Capricorn have had the most similar readings. They're the most similar opposites. And Cancer has been getting repeating cards like crazy, and it's now you are getting repeating cards like crazy. So, again, if you have Cancer in your chart, I would go watch that. With the Two of Swords, you have the Magician. The Magician is about manifesting your reality. Magician, Two of Swords, and the Seven of Cups all kind of say this and that are true, meaning whatever you believe to be the truth is the truth. If you believe that you're going to set out and to work on a goal and it's going to be complete failure, then that is true. If you believe that you can put the work in and make it happen and that you're going to be successful, then that is true. So I would be very careful with your beliefs and like what you say to yourself with the Magician at this time. That's literally the only message I'm getting here off the Magician, is that whatever you believe to be true is true. And so there you go. Next, in the area messages from your future self, you have this tricky situation. It says a sly and subtle approach is necessary in order to safely navigate a tricky situation. You have this Virgo card. It says details, details. You need to look at something more closely. What you need to know lies in the details. They both kind of say the same thing. You know, it's like the tricky situation basically says you need to take your time and look at the details. The Virgo card says look at the details. So I think for a lot of you that you could be dealing with something where there are a lot of details, or there might be a lot of moving parts and you just have to pay attention. You have the King of Wands, the Hermit, and the Moon. The King, I literally said to Taurus that every single Earth sign was going to have the King of Wands, and I wasn't wrong. Every single Earth sign has had the King of Wands. The King of Wands is like, I think Earth signs just need to be more bold, more assertive, and really need to go for what they want. I mean, it literally comes up every single week now for the Earth sign, so it's clearly like a collective earth energy that you are dealing with, and, being bold, being assertive, courageous, all those things will make whatever you're trying to be successful at successful. The King of Wands is also a little bit of a visionary, and we have all this dreamy energy here. So he has the gift of foresight, the King of Wands. He is also very innovative as well. And so if you have any futuristic, innovative plans or goals or wishes, or, if you have a unique idea for a business or whatever it is, I would be really going after those ideas, because that's where the success is going to be. You have the Hermit. The Hermit is also Virgo. You have this Virgo card, and you have the Hermit. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo in life. I kind of feel like if you have a Virgo in your life, Capricorn, that this person could have ideas or could help you on the direction of your life. It almost feels like a parent or like a mentor to me. So it could be a good time to get the help if you have a Virgo in your life, or maybe you have a person who has a lot of Virgo in their chart that could help you look into the details of something if you need help looking into the details of something. The Hermit is also about shining your inner light. He has climbed to the top of the mountain like you have, and he has been through a dark night of the soul, probably like you have, Capricorn. But he has a star, in which you have the star in this reading, and he has a star trapped in this lantern. I always say that he needs to shine that star out all over the place. He needs to, step into the light. And I think that a lot of you, it's like your time to shine is kind of what this card is saying. You have the Moon. Again, embrace uncertainty. The Moon is part of the Fool's journey. The Fool has no freaking clue where he is going when he gets to the Moon, and everything about the Moon card is warning him to stay on his path. And there are a couple things you can do. The Lobster says that you have to let go of your emotional armor. So lobsters don't do very well on land, and the whole point of the Lobster is that the Fool might have on some emotional armor, which is preventing him from moving forward. The Dog and the Wolf, the Dog and the Coyote, whichever you prefer, they kind of represent balancing your wild side with your domestic side. So sometimes we have to balance one or the other. The two pillars are a distraction to the Fool. The two pillars tell the Fool that he is very close to climbing that mountain, but he needs to not get distracted. Sometimes when we are very close to accomplishing our goal, I've done it a million times in my life, where it's like I'm close, but I go and do something else, and I don't finish what I was supposed to finish. So the Moon says you have to stay the course, pick a path, stick with it. The Star says the same thing. The Star says you need to have one single focus that you focus on, one goal, wish, or dream, one thing that you set out to accomplish. The Moon says do not get off of that path. You need to stay the course, and I'm definitely getting that for you here. With the King of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups could be your emotions overflowing, being very happy. This could be a little bit of love coming in for you. I wouldn't really call this a love reading. Your readings have been weird lately. You get a little bit of love, but they're not really love readings, that type of thing. So I'm not sure if someone is holding back here or what, but there definitely could be love coming in for you. Could be a fire sign for sure. Could be any sign, general reading. I would say that if it's not a fire sign, or, I would say regardless of what sign it is, it's probably someone who's very bold, very assertive, hardworking, all that other stuff. With the Hermit, you have the High Priestess. High Priestess is another card of embracing uncertainty. She is literally the card of secrets and mysteries, but she doesn't say, like, something has to stay a secret or a mystery. She is a card of exploring secrets and mysteries. So if you don't know how to do something, learn about it. She is also the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and the card itself says that there are no limits to what she can accomplish. She just has to, set out and accomplish her goals. So I think it would be a great time for you to really kind of set out to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. With the Moon card, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. I think you're wondering if you are getting closer or if you're moving farther away from, kind of having it all, quote unquote. I don't think we ever truly have it all, but, I think working towards having it all is a good goal to have. And I feel like the Moon is saying, do not stop. You are getting closer to the Ten of Pentacles. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you can't make this up. It says, confidence is the key to your success. Literally said that on the King of Wands. You have this new moon in Pisces. It says, meditate and contemplate. So I think it would be a good time for meditation, tapping in. I always get my best answers when I go for a walk or when I take a shower. So, whichever you prefer. And I would do whatever you can to get those inner answers to whatever it is that you're doing. You have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords and the good stuff would say that you are setting yourself free. She is in self-imposed restriction or a self-imposed prison, but, in the good stuff, it would kind of say that you're removing yourself from that. The Eight of Swords is all about realizing that there's more than one way to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. So I think a lot of you could be just opening up to all the ways there are to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is the card of expansion and growth, and Three of Wands is my card that kind of says, what are you waiting for? But, showing up in the good stuff, I would say that you're probably taking action on a new adventure that will be very fulfilling. These boats want to take him somewhere where he has never been before. So again, embrace uncertainty. I think that is, part of the ticket to your success this week is stepping into the unknown or doing something you've never done before that will lead to the most expansion. You have the King of Pentacles. Again, I think that this is talking about establishment. You are bringing a vision down to earth with that Seven of Cups. So if you have a vision to accomplish something or, do something with your life, I think a lot of you could finally be bringing that vision down to earth and literally manifesting something. I think permanence is, kind of a key word for you. I think you're so used to fly by night energy, Capricorn, over the past almost 20 years while Pluto was in Capricorn, that you really just want permanence, things that last. And I'm not talking about any one specific thing. I literally mean everything in your life. So it's almost like you're hoping that you can get to a place where the energies stick around. And I think that's what you're creating. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Justice card. Yeah, definitely could be feeling like there's justice coming in for you. It seems like it could be a good karmic week where there's good karma coming in for people. Other people have had this week as well. So it's like your karma is clearing up or whatever. With the Three of Wands, you have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. The Three of Wands, he needs to take a leap of faith onto those boats. So having the Fool could say that you are finally taking a risk that you need to take. And this risk is probably a risk on happiness is kind of what I feel, because you have the Star and that Ten of Cups showing up as your first two cards. And Ten of Cups is your ultimate happiness. So I think you're taking a risk of being happy, weirdly enough. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is really good in the good stuff as well. The Queen of Swords is all about seeing things clearly for the first time. So I think for a lot of you, you could be getting clear on, what will make you successful or what will last for a long time. You have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome problems. I don't know. This is your middle name, Capricorn, is perseverance, right? And it's funny that you have the Nine of Wands in your reading, which really says don't give up. I think we talked about this with the Ten of Wands. You need to not give up on something you're trying to accomplish or do because you are very close. Even if it doesn't look like it, I think you are very close. So definitely don't give up. You have this wishbone. It says a wish granted. Yeah, there's some sort of wish coming in for you. There's clearly something you want with the Star card. Again, the Star, usually we see something that we want. And, I think that this could be the wish that is coming true. You have this wall. It says misunderstandings. We still have Mars retrograde, so I would be very clear on your words this week. And Mars retrograde isn't exactly the same as Mercury retrograde, but I would be careful of any misunderstandings. Usually with Mars retrograde, we kind of maybe get emotional about something or, upset about something. So just know that if you're getting upset or anything, it could just be, Mars retrograde. You have this casket. It says someone going out of your life for the end of a situation. I feel like I said this to you last week. I really get this weird feeling for you, Capricorn, where it's like, it's almost like you see the people in your life, like you see the people around you, and it's like maybe they feel like they're moving away. It's like maybe, a good example would be like maybe your friends are getting married and having kids, right? Or whatever. It's like you see this, this external growth happening external to you. And like, I don't know that you feel left behind, but it's just something that you're noticing. And I kind of feel like you need to be careful of putting too much like pressure on yourself or like thinking like, oh, I need to marry the next person I meet, or, if it is marriage, it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be anything. But I think things are happening in the right time. You have this mice card. It says discord among family or friends. Again, Mars retrograde. I always say that like my personal rule during Mars retrograde is no arguments in the home. I just let things go. No, no fighting with people in your life or any of that stuff. I just let things go. No road rage. No flipping people off during Mars retrograde. No, none of that. Right. And as long as you keep a cool head, you'll be fine. But this looks really good, Capricorn. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.